Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to be looking at goals. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu. And welcome back to the 11th year of the Leadership Japan series. And I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Prezen no Tachiden. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni suru no wa yamimashou. And all are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcaster Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Okay, before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is mushi mushi suru ne. Mushi mushi suru ne. So muggy, isn't it? Well, actually, it's freezing cold and windy, and my kafuncho is killing me. My allergies are killing me because the wind is blowing all the pollen around today, so I'm all blocked up. So no mushi mushi suru ne today in Japan, but that's what you say when it gets very humid, very muggy in summer. You can say mushi mushi suru ne, mushi mushi suru ne, mushi mushi suru ne. Now this is episode number 551. 551. And today we are talking about keep reminding the team of the goal when leading. Sounds very obvious, doesn't it? To remind the team what we are trying to achieve, but are we doing it? Yes, we had that team town hall a few months ago, and as a leader, we outlined where we need to be at the end of the financial year. After that session, we've all been head down and getting on with it. They know, right? I told them everything they need to know to get on with it. Is what we have ringing in our internal conversation with ourselves. Is this true, though? Yes, we know the number we have to achieve, but what about the strategy to get there? Is that clear enough to everybody? Do they remember all the details, or have they been consumed by the minutiae of doing and have been neglecting the big picture of what they need to do to deliver the result? The daily grind makes us small. We're worn down by the doing, and the bigger picture gets shoved into the background. The leader's job is to brush the dust off the plan and keep reminding the team what we have to do and how we are doing it. The other issue we face is, as leaders, we're perfectly clear and we know what needs to be done, but have we properly communicated this to the team? In Japan, we are working across two languages all the time. Even though we think we've been clear, we know that even amongst native speakers, there can be cases where we haven't been clear enough. Multiply that possibility when we're operating in imperfect Japanese or our team are using imperfect English, and there are endless possibilities for a lack of clarity. It happens all the time too. That what we expect to happen doesn't happen at all or doesn't happen when we thought it would happen. Our staff member didn't actually understand what they needed to do, but it's embarrassing to admit that to the boss, so they smile nicely and disappear. We find out weeks or months later that something key has been missed or done incorrectly. Whose fault was that? We might want to blame them, but we had better take responsibility for not checking that our understanding of what would happen next was shared by the staff member who is going to do the work. I always keep in mind that "I don't know" is a code phrase in Japan for "I don't agree." No one in this country believes a direct confrontation with the boss is going to get you anywhere, so everyone operates at ninja levels of obfuscation. Why didn't that project get done on time? Is greeted with "I don't know." And that conversation takes us precisely nowhere. Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs. We do them in Japanese and we do them in English, do them in our super safe classroom. We do them live online. Today's show is being brought to you by, on the 25th and 26th of April, our High Impact Presentations course. On the 26th of April, have our Winning with Relationship Selling course, the 8-week version. On the 9th of May, we'll be doing our Dale Carnegie course 3-day version. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. So that's www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. So that's greg.story, STORY, at dalecarnegie.com. Don't forget to grab my business books on Japan on Amazon. Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese. Japan Business Mastery. Japan Presentations Mastery, which is Anata mo Presen no Tachijin in translation. And Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni suru wa yamimashou. If you like learning by watching videos, and we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show on Japan. That's every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. And on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. We may have explained the rationale for the thing we want done, and to us, that makes perfect sense. But to the staff member, that may represent more work. They already feel overwhelmed by what they have on their plate right now. That project gets pushed to the back of the queue. Conveniently, their boss, super busy and distracted by numerous other projects. So there's a strong chance the boss may forget about this imposition entirely, and they can keep doing what they want to do. When we do circle back and find there are problems, we then hit this wall of denial. We should always assume that what we said wasn't entirely understood in whichever language we were using. That means we have to be well organized time-wise to be able to check on progress on the way through, rather than neglecting the process and turning up at the end expecting results. We should also have a regular cadence reminding everyone what we are supposed to be doing in terms of getting results, and also referring to the strategy on how we're going to make that happen. Yes, we told them before, but let's assume they've all been busy and have forgotten some of the finer points. In particular, the why is a big factor which we need to keep reminding everyone about, and not just the what and the how. If we are well organized, we can do this, and we can smooth out a lot of wrinkles. We can make the process work much better. This drops the stress levels and increases the joy of work for us and for everyone else. What's that? No joy at work? Well, if that is the case, then go back and have a look at some of the basics and make sure they are in place. If they are not, then get busy and reintroduce them. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.